Hey guys, welcome back to another NPL Miners tryout battle. Today we're playing against Troy Gaming, also known as McGear and Madman, and he drafted a stall team, which is really annoying because I also drafted, semi-stall, so we're looking probably for a long battle here, unfortunately. I'll quickly go over the team I brought. I brought especially defensive Gliscor. I have Roost, Earthquake, Ice Fang for Dual Dance Landorus. I don't want it to set up on me. Even though it only does like 40-50%, it's not a 2 KO. It still can't really set up, both dances on me and sweep. And then the last move I have is actually Fling, so I'll be able to Toxic Mega Sableye if he tries to set up, Calm Minds and stuff on me. So that's a Gliscor set. Forge set, pretty heat set, I must say. It's a offensive Adrenaline Orb set. So what Adrenaline Orb does is it actually raises my speed by 1 if I'm hit by Intimidate. So I'm 252 Modest, and his team doesn't really have a Fairy Resist besides Ferrothorn, which I have HP Fire for. Of course, I'll have to take out Chansey before I can sweep with this set, but I think he can put in the work. Florges can be a really good breaker against him if he decides not to switch in Chansey, or if he predicts Wish or something like that, and I get off a huge Moonblast on something. Could be really good. Florges actually is very good special attack, even though it's mostly used as a defensive mon. I then have a Swords Dance Lumberry Lycanroc that sets up SDs on Chansey and Mega Sableye. So if Mega Sableye tries to burn me, I heal it with the Lum. If Chansey tries to paralyze me, then I heal it with the Lum. And hopefully I catch it on maybe a Seismic Toss or a Wish, Soft Boiled, Recover, one of those turns, and I get to set up 2 SDs. And I do outspeed his whole team with this mon, so if he's not Mach Punch Ape, if he's not Scarf Ape, then I can sweep him, which is pretty cool. I have Fire Fang for the Ferrothorn, and Stone Edge. My last move is actually Stealth Rocks, so if I protect him to not go into Mega Sableye, then I can set up my Rocks, which is really good to wear down Chansey and Rotom and ones like that. Fourth mon is Z Nature's Madness Tapu Koko. This is one of my main ways to whittle down Chansey, because Chansey 100% goes down after Guardian of Lola plus Wild Charge. And it's also good for wearing out Ferrothorn, which can be an annoyance to my team, because, I don't think Florges Oko is like a Spadef set, and Gliscor, obviously. I don't really have liable hazard removal on this team, so if Ferrothorn sets up too many layers of spikes, I won't be able to combat his team well, and Landorus can sort of break my team. I have a pretty standard Venusaur. I believe I brought more offensive this week rather than defensive. I don't really have that many attacks to switch into. Mostly Infernape, and I have Slowbro for Infernape. And speaking of Slowbro, that's my last mon. It's a Calm Mind set with Calm Mind, Slack Off, Flamethrower, and Psyshock. I realized that I don't have Scald for Mega Sableye, but I decided having Flamethrower for Ferrothorn if he tries to stop me with that, because Power Whip does a lot, and having Psyshock for Chansey was more important. So let's get into the battle. I lead Venusaur while he leads Ferrothorn, which is good for me because I have HP Fire. He scouts that nicely, goes to Chansey, and I just HP Fire and it does nothing. See, he's not leftovers. Well, obviously it won't be leftovers Chansey, it'd be Eviolite, but he just throws off a Wish. I guess he just gets a free switch into Ferrothorn here, which not a big deal. He gets a layer of spikes here, which is kind of annoying, but I force out Ferrothorn every time, so only gets one layer of spikes at a time, though. I want to definitely hit it with an HP Fire or Nature's Madness or something on the switch, because if it just keeps switching in on my Gliscor and setting up spikes, it could get very annoying, because Gliscor can only deal like 20-30% with Earthquake, because I'm uninvested. So it goes into chansey. I'm just trying to poison this because I can outstall it pretty much. I just want to stall it out of seismic tosses. Not seismic tosses, stall him out of wishes. Because he's really not doing a lot to me with, you know, seismic toss. And if I poison him with sludge bomb, then I force him to switch out pretty much. And Giga Drain gains me a lot of health back because of chansey's high HP stat, and I do have Synthesis to heal off the Seismic Toss damage, and he can't Toxic me, so can't really beat me 1v1. So he goes Ape. Ape can't Oko me with anything, but I don't want Venusaur to take too much damage anyway. So yeah, he just goes for a U-turn. Venusaur isn't actually weak to fire, so he just U-turns back into chansey, and I Sludge Bomb, and it does nothing. So the chansey is proving to be quite the annoyance. I did bring some stuff to beat it, but I'd rather not switch it in directly. I mean, he's not doing anything to me right now, he's just wasting time. So I'm fine just staying in here, making him waste some PP. Of course I'm using Synthesis PP, but finally does go for the Thunder Wave, so now I know, I believe, all 4 of his moves. So that gives me a free switch into Tapu Koko, which is a Roost set. Because he doesn't have Toxic, I know he can't beat me. So he just goes for Seismic Toss, it doesn't do that much, and I just go for a Roost. And then I just go for a Guardian of Alola, because I really want to wear down this Ferrothorn, and I don't like how much it's doing with setting up the spikes and all that. He switches back out into chansey on the Wild Charge and kills me because I take way too much recoil. And I go out into Lycanroc. I just want to set up my rocks. His Sableye isn't negated yet, so this is the perfect opportunity. His chansey is already pretty low, so having it take rocks again means it won't really be able to switch into anything. So he goes into Rotom. This Hydro Pump kills me here, so I have to switch out. Lycanroc is too much of a win condition to risk at this point. I'll just go back into Venusaur. I can counter any set he wants to bring. He goes for Volt Switch. And back out into chansey. I mean, as long as I don't get full parried too much, I should be able to kill this thing with a Giga Drain plus a Sludge Bomb. But unfortunately, he has Protect, and he's able to get back the Wish anyway. So I just go hard Lycanroc here because even if he wouldn't go for Thunder Wave here because, you know, I've shown him before that I didn't switch out Venusaur versus chansey. And even if he did go for Thunder Wave, I do have the Lumberry, and now that he didn't go for Thunder Wave, he just wished on the switch. I can just get a free SD as he actually goes for Protect. So that gives me another free SD if I want. As he just goes hard Lando. So I do go for the SD again. And he just sacks off his Ferrothorn, just trying to intimidate me over and over. It just goes Ape. So I saw from the U-turn damage earlier that he's actually banded, and banded Mach Punch does take me out from here. So I don't want to take that damage, and I just switch out into Slowbro. I take nothing from it, and I get a free Calm Mind on the switch, and he switches out into chansey. And now that he knows I'm Calm Mind, and I know he's not toxic, I can just set up Calm Minds in this thing's face. I mean, I don't know why Calm Mind Slowbro just gets paralyzed every single week, but it doesn't really end up mattering because he's not really dealing damage to me with any mono on his team. I just keep going for Calm Minds. I just want to stay in here. I just want to see what this Sableye is going to do. My Gliscor can deal with most Sableye sets. Turned out to be Sub. I don't know why. Sub is... I mean, I don't know why you would run Sub on Mega Sableye because you bounce back status anyway, and I mean, you don't get leftovers, and I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I don't know his reasons yet either, so who knows, maybe I'm just ignoring something obvious. Just going to Gliscor. Sableye can't do anything to Gliscor, doesn't get ice covered or anything. Even if he had HP ice, it wouldn't do damage at all because I am a Spliff set. And he can't status needs because of Toxic Orb. So I just fling my Toxic Orb here. He ends up going to Lando. That's okay. I don't mind poisoning this thing either. And I just proceed to Ice Fang this thing to death because I can't afford it setting up. As he just goes for rocks. And Ice Fang will be able to kill him here. So he goes back into Rotom. I can just, go into Venusaur with very safe switching. He misses a Hydro Pump. Doesn't end up really mattering that much. It wouldn't have done anything to my Venusaur anyway. He is a modest, bulky Rotom, like 252 HP, 252 special attack, modest. So it would have done some damage, but not that much. And I just Giga Drain, predicting Chansey, heal up a little bit. Switches back out into Rotom as I just go for Synth, wanting to keep healthy. So he overpicks a little bit there, but it's fine for me. As you can see, this battle, it's a long one. We're in for a long haul. As he just switches in and out of Chansey. I poison it, luckily, and I just go hard Lycanroc again because I know he's not going to go for Thunder Wave, and I just take it out with the Stone Edge. So that's awesome because now Venusaur beats pretty much the rest of his team now that Chansey's gone, and Florges also does pretty well. Like every time he brings in Mega Sableye, you can just go hard Florges and kill something with Moonblast. So he ends up going Rotom. I can deal a lot to this thing with Stone Edge, which I opt to go for. Voltage takes me out. Now Rotom is sack fodder because it's at like 13% after rocks. He goes Ape, and Gliscor's a decent counter to that. He goes for U-turn, and I'm able to deal a decent amount to Mega Sableye, and I just, proceed to Earthquake it over and over because Mega Sableye can't really do anything to me, so why not just Earthquake it in case he overpredicts. So I see that he can't really touch Florges, so I just go into Florges to fire off Moonblast. He knocks off, sees the Adrenaline Orb. I mean, why not at this point? So I get my kill with Florges, which is nice. He goes into Ape. This thing definitely kills me with Flare Blitz, but he ends up going for Gunk Shot, which allows me a free switch into whatever. So just go into Gliscor because Gunk Shot's doing nothing to me. He tries to get in Rotom one more time on my EQ to get off another Hydro Pump, but I predict him and go for Ice Fang, which is a 2-hit KO. So I'm able to get the 2-hit KO there. And then Gliscor will be able to take any hit from this Ape and just kill it with EQ. So, good game to Troy Gaming. We are now 1-1 in the NPL Minors Tryout Tournament. All we need to do is win the last game versus Potato Jim, and we'll be able to make it into brackets. Alright, see you guys. Thanks for watching.